Janilia Glasgow put one down, and this first over opportunity goes a begging. Hard hands did all the hard work in terms of covering the ground and distance, was all over it. You think it was a case of hard hands there, Paddy?
Yes, hard hands. She did the hard work and getting there, and she got 2 hands to it as well. At this level, you expect to take those. So she'll be very, very disappointed that that went to ground. Sherry-Ann Fraser to bowl the second over. 9 wickets in 19 matches. She'd want to improve on that average and the econ rate as well. Still only 2 out. But she's got a slip in place as well. So captain encouraging her to bowl off stump line.
Wide signaled by Lauren Agenbag, international umpire from South Africa.
Yes, the start that Sharon wants, you can tell she's going to look to bowl that line. Agenbag called the wide. That is Jackie Williams from Jamaica.
This one on a better line, Cataway. Good stop. They should be able to pick up a couple here. Just the single they settle for. But it's an intriguing series, this will be, Courtney, this T20I series, because we're at the beginning of the T20 international cycle. The World Cup will be about 14 months away next summer in England. But still, all thinking caps will be on across this entire West Indies setup.
Yes, it's going to be a very interesting time ahead, and it's going to be see how well the West Indies sort of rotate their players and try to keep people fresh. In the sense that Bangladesh has made some changes here. They know what they have got to do for the qualifiers. So they are thinking ahead now, what will West Indies look to do? Because as we look at the Bangladesh team at the start of play today, they made quite a couple of changes. They have rested some people, brought in 2 new players. So they are thinking, looking at the fixtures you mentioned that they have ahead, leading into the qualifiers. They're trying to build to make sure they have the best players available for that and fresh as well.
That's a good line, that's a good ball. Struggled in the ODIs. The ball consistently.
That's her line, that's her length. In those areas, you'll ask good question. Just missing the outside edge. And this is what you want to see from Sherry-Ann Fraser. More of this in a consistent manner. She get the odd one to nip off the wicket with good pace, but she has to be a lot more consistent.
Gone there again. It's a big swipe. It's up in the air. Minnie's running. So is Zeta James. Oh, that's Ramarak, isn't it? Neither of them threatening that. So landed in space. Some good luck early in the piece going the way of Bangladesh.
Well, they're showing that they're not afraid of having a go. Wasn't a bad delivery. It just ended up dropping in no man's land. Ramarak couldn't get there quick enough, and wicket keeper Shemin Campbell also went trying.
Well stopped, Deandra Dottin. So useful in all parts of this game, but particularly in the field as well. This is a much better over for the West Indies than the first. More economical. 3 from it so far.
And that's the one that went in no man's land, drop safe. Wicket keeper Campbell going, Ramarak coming, and none could have gotten there.
Got hold of this one, up and over the inner circle. That will run away and will feel great. A boundary to finish the over. 2 gone, Bangladesh 17 without loss.
This is where you expect her to try to close the over out, but give them a bit of wit. And they showed intention in the 2 overs they've faced so far. They're not afraid of playing them shots. And Lara deciding to go up and over. There's a change of bowling as well. In Deandra Dottin coming in to replace Zeta James.
First change bowler. We just talked about her, how useful she is in the field. Well, she's pretty handy with the ball. Look at those best of figures. 5 for 5. Deandra Dottin into the attack. And this was the 4 runs off the last ball of the over before. Sherry-Ann Fraser's over. And they're looking good. Mostari, the senior campaigner here, will be encouraging Dilara to play fearlessly. Nothing to lose here, Bangladesh. They're playing without Nahida and Marufa, a couple of their big guns, taking a rest tonight. Can they play with freedom, with confidence? And see what can happen against this West Indies 11 tonight. Worked into the onside for 1.
Well, the angle of Deandra just angling in with the wind as well. Not much wind at this time of the evening, but Bangladesh has got off to a very good start, and they would want to try to build on that. They're going at a good clip at the moment.
Oh, that's a good ball. Yorker, toe crusher.
The swing as well, Alex. If you get a chance to look back at this, here it is, full length and just swinging in, missing everything. Stumps, foot. Oh, that was what a bowler's dream. Look at that. You expect to hear sound of timber, but too much swing.
One wide down the leg side, just trying to focus the radar here, Deandra Dottin.
With the swing she's getting, I would ask her to aim for fourth stump or off stump, because she's aiming for the stumps, and that beautiful swing she's getting, just taking it, either missing the stumps or going down the leg side. She could start at least fourth or fifth stump.
That's a better line. That's exactly what Cuddy's just asked for. Produces the dot ball.
She's getting good swing, good movements.
Oh, beautiful straight bat on it. Well fielded and collected. Is Narissa Crafton.
Well, this was the beautiful delivery from Deandra. And as I was explaining, if she can get it more off stump or even fourth, fifth stump with that amount of swing, she's going to be more threatening.
That's taking out the leg stump in that case. Just creating some pressure here, which is the reason Hayley Matthews called for Deandra Dottin. Replaced Seda James after an expensive first, and she's delivering here for her captain.
Yes, they were going at 9 and over before now, and she has brought the rate down significantly already.
Yeah, that's well bowled. Just 2 from it. And after 3, Bangladesh, 19 without loss.
Well, it's a good start from Deandra.
And a decent start also from Bangladesh. This is the side, in the end, weren't managing to get themselves automatically into the ODI World Cup. Went down 1-2 in the ODIs, and they've got nothing to prove here. So it will be an all-out attack.
Well, we have another bowling change as well in Hayley Matthews, and we have just seen the teams put up there. West Indies made some changes as well, Alexi.
That's right, Shabika Gajnabi into this side, as well as Narissa Crafton, the St. Lucian. I love that. Good to see some other players getting exposure, especially when there's not a tremendous amount on the line in this series. Hayley Matthews still out front, still captaining, still batting and bowling. Interesting, she's not been rested for this series.
Yeah, she's superwoman. She could do with a break, I think, especially with qualifiers coming up.
The off spin of the captain produces a wicket with the first ball. No rest for the wicked, nor the extremely talented.
Exactly what was required by the West Indies. After Fletcher taking the catch. And Dilara has to go. Try to sweep, but kept it up. And an easy catch in the end. And it's always good to see them staying in the fingers, those catches. After Fletcher happy, she celebrates. And Dilara has to go. She's gone for 12. It's 19 for 1.
Combination of the veterans in this side doing the work they know so well to do.
Yeah, I just think about if it wants square, like she's not that strong. Oh, it's super, don't bother. Let's go, Skipper, let's go, Skipper. Work, girls, work, girls, work, girls.
Sharmin Akhtar Shupta is the new batter. You'll see Shupta on the back of her shirt. Really believe in their nicknames in Bangladesh. Got many names and often go by their nicknames. Hers is Shupta.
Nearly yorked her, Captain Haley. That one been fired in, but there's a wicket. Went for the sweep, didn't keep it down, and found Afi Fletcher, who took a very easy catch, and Haley Matthews celebrate. She's happy as well. Good to see that smile.
Well, Mostari, the set batter, has got to take a lead role here. It's one of the downfalls of this Bangladesh setup in the ODIs that they gave themselves a good start, particularly in that third and final one-day international, and weren't able to capitalize. Still inside the power play here, and that's what they need to do. Tickle it round the corner, split the fielders, and she'll take that boundary very happily. She will, Mostari.
Yes, it was a very good shot played in the end. It wasn't all that shot, but she came in and she waited and went for timing as well. Good timing to find the gap. Didn't go for power only, but good timing. You could see her rolling the bat and making sure the face of the bat made contact with the ball, and then finding the gap. Always going to be 4.
Looking decidedly relaxed. West Indies side, enjoying it. Love the shortest format. And a successful over from the captain with the wicket in it. And after 4, Bangladesh are 24 for 1.
Yeah, we got it. Let's shake a little.
A couple of overs left in the power play. Bangladesh 24 for 1. Haley Matthews using herself and Deandra Dottin to try to control proceedings here, but very important for Sharmin, Shupta and Mostari to get moving, capitalize.
Not sure if they would have set themselves targets, but most teams try to look at 45 in the power play for the loss of 1 wicket. 50 for 1 or 2, they're happy with that, and then you can build on that. West Indies will be trying to restrict them to at least a run the ball if they can. So if they can get 36, then the West Indies would be happy with that. So a bit of cat and mouse going on at the moment. And Deandra bowling to her feet. That's the area she needs to bowl to, with the swing she's getting, cramping them for room, not giving them any width. As long as she stays on fifth stumps coming into them, it's going to be more challenging. If she goes on the wicket, then there's a chance of them playing on the onside. Beautiful look at the trophy there just now. And then that's her
It's another good ball. Really applying the pressure here. 3 dots to start this over.
Yeah, just a little bit more width, but there's another change in the field as well that we have missed that. With Haley Matthews now going in the deep, but West Indies being very happy at the moment, and they're bowling to a plan.
Looked like Haley Matthews and Janelia Glasgow changed places. So Haley Matthews now down at deep square leg.
Yeah, she actually went for a drink, but here is the beautiful trophy they're playing for. And at the end of it, who will have their hands on it? We'll have to wait and see.
It's really good bowling here. Outstanding stuff, 5 dots on that one. Great challenge for Sharmin Shupta.
And if you look at the swing again on that one, it would still be missing, and that's why I was trying to make the point. She should be hitting just outside the off stump, because even if she misses that, there's no chance of LBW, and it's going to miss a stump again. Deandra, come on, hit 4th stump, 5th stump.
Oh no, really lost the radar here. Curry, I think she misunderstood those instructions.
I think so, and she has messed up what has been a good over. Could have been a maiden, but they have gotten a wide from it. So the maiden is gone down the drain, but I would still just, because she's getting so much swing, if she can just control and look at 4th stump, 5th stump, and let the ball do the rest. But let's see.
Still heading towards leg. Just the one from the over. After 5 now, Bangladesh 25 for 1.
Let's go, girls. Let's go, girls. Let's go, girls. Come on. Let's go, skipper.
Success for the West Indies captain straight away in her first over. 25 for 1. 1 over remaining in the power play. First game of the series, remember? West Indies would no doubt be buoyed by their success in the one-day international series, which ended a couple days ago. That young lady on screen with a scintillating century in game 1. She's done it with the ball as well, taking the responsibility, that mantle of responsibility. Good running, good decision making, so important, and trusting your partner. Sometimes you may not be 100% sure, but that trust is so important. Momentarily there was a delay, but a good, positive shout. Another quick single there. A couple fielders in the short there, but they can't prevent the run. Hello and good evening, Shakira.
Good evening, Badri. Good evening, viewers. Good start for West Indies after losing the toss and asked the ball first. Once again, like you said, it's Haley Matthews leading the way.
Yeah, got inside the line. The ball was on the stumps. Manipulated the field well. I thought it was a good positive start from Bangladesh too in the power play. Couple early boundaries, looking to set the tone. Don't necessarily equate the Bangladeshis with power hitting. So it's more timing and placement, and so they need to capitalize in the field restrictions. Yeah, the striker wanted the single. The non-striker said no. It's usually the non-striker's call when it goes behind the wicket. And there was a single in that.
Yeah, I must have rerun into the danger end, but that should have easily been a single. Perhaps it was the quick movement by Afi Fletcher. But yeah, you're right. It is her call. Should have been a run, but all's well that ends well.
There could be trouble at the striker's end. The throw isn't powerful enough. There was a little bit of a collision between Haley Matthews and the non-striker. And some sportsmanship now. She's taking the bat to her. It would have been interesting to see what would have happened if they were able to effect the run out.
Yeah, but right there you see Haley Matthews saying no. She wasn't going to appeal if they did effect the run out. And that's because she knew she was the reason Mostari was on her feet. Yeah, a little bit of football coming into play. She's not the best footballer, I'll tell you. Perhaps one of the worst, actually.
Protection there, so just a single. And that's the end of the power play. 30 for 1. Yeah, Bangladesh won the toss, decided to bat first again. It's sort of their modus operandi, isn't it? First over boundary, and then an opportunity not taken in the deep. It was a gentle full toss. Edge down to that third boundary. The pitch is good. There is some good pace on it. Finding the fielder right or left, it would have been 4, but Matthews celebrated. So something in that first 6 for both teams really. Delara 12 from 11 had a positive impact. And then the West Indies fighting back. 4 bowlers used in those 6 overs, Shakira.
Yeah, the experiment to use the James at the start, she was expensive. Delara took a liking to the angle, left arm around the wicket. And now it's going to be the 5th bowler for the day so far. Karishma Ramarat, star of that ODI series. Yeah, she's been good recently in T20s, 33 wickets. Good economy rate as well.
Good memories against this team too in that T20 World Cup, picking up a 4-wicket haul. There is protection there, but she finds the gap to perfection. That is a really good stroke from Mostari.
Marginally short. What Mostari does well is she gets into position so quickly. Yeah, she's deep in the crease and she's able to pull that one way in front of square. No chance for Cherry-Ann Fraser at deep mid-wicket to get around and stop that. Good positive stroke play from these Bangladeshi batters.
And just a little bit of a shift with the fielder in the deep. Coming to her left. Short again, pulled again. And this time it's on the other side of Cherry-Ann Fraser. A single result. Karishma Ramarat, 10 wickets in that ODI series, a couple fourfers. She bettered her career best on 2 occasions. But she, in the main, operated from the opposite end, from the Lozak Road end. Here, she's bowling with the wind going across from left to right. So the right-handers are hitting with the wind. And on 3 consecutive occasions, she's pitched quite short. So she has to just adapt to the differences in the ends. The wind is on the other side, so she just needs to make that little change a little bit fuller.
And that one a lot fuller. And you can see the batter being a lot more tentative. There is a slip in waiting, and I'm sure Haley Matthews and Shameen Campbell will be asking her to do more of this. Bring the batters on the front foot. Maybe a little straighter though. Mid-off is in the circle.
Yeah, this is really good, you know. 4 of the very first delivery and a single of every ball thereafter. So it's 8 runs in the over to date. This is something that you look at as a coach. You get a boundary early up, but still you're looking to make sure that that over is a big over. So far, so good. Finish off strongly. A dot to end the over, but still 8 from 38 for 1. Yeah, look at that spectacle. Cruise ship docked in the harbor. And some of those from that cruise ship no doubt have made their way into the mainland. Looking at this contest, another change in bowling from the West Indies. Yeah, some of them might have come from that cruise ship. But for their sakes, they get back on time.
Yeah, but this is a beautiful place to stay.
It is. Look at the experience for Afi Fletcher. 92 matches, best of 5 for 13. Real exhibition of leg spin bowling in that third ODI from that end. Let's see if she can continue. Yeah, good start. I like the positivity from the Bangladeshis. And some persons who are looking on might question what I'm talking about. In terms of the running between the wickets, they're looking to rotate the strike of the good deliveries. And if a bad one comes along, they can put it away. 14-23 dots so far. Yes. But still, they've looked as though they want to score off every ball. Yeah, she gets away, does she? Good feeling in the deep. Almost saves it. Looks like Zeta James down there. Almost hauling back a poor delivery from Fletcher.
And she does seem to be in a bit of pain as well, Zeta James. Yeah, way too straight on that occasion. Mostari does well to get it way behind square on the leg side. Lots of work for Zeta James to do. Run it to her right, her weaker side. Cannot keep it in.
Huge shot. Is that in front? Yes, it is. First wicket in her first over for Afi Fletcher. This is the experience and the quality of the wrist spinner. On target. Success immediately.
Yeah, she kept getting better every game in those ODIs. And now she started very well for West Indies. Yeah, that's plumb. Crashing into that middle stump. Easy umpire decision for the umpire. Yeah, all that experience coming to the core. The four. Mostari goes back for a very well played 22. Bangladesh 43 for 2.
New batter for Bangladesh, the captain Nigara Sultana Jyoti. Already registered a century in this format. Over 2,000 runs. And again with that responsibility given the state of the game. Mostari in the ODI series getting starts of almost straight back. Just short of Afi Fletcher. The leading edge looking to go onside. Fortunately for her, it didn't carry. Yeah, a couple deliveries ago. Let's just see what happens here. Well flighted turns. Well short of Afi Fletcher. Success already in the over. Yeah, Mostari 35, 23, 25. So starts but not carrying on. Good use of the feet. That is an elegant stroke. Just a single though. So she's off and running. 44 for 2. A plethora of changes for Bangladesh for this first T20I from the ODI series. A lot of changes for the West Indies from a bowling standpoint as well. Ramarak now in for his second. Yeah, much better length, but good running again. You know, just mentioning Mastari, Shakira, those stats that she got of 35, 23, and 25. And just when she was looking good, plays across the line of that one, and an easy decision for the umpire. She was looking quite menacing, wasn't she?
Yeah, and she's not only going to be disappointed with the fact that she got in and then got out, but it's the most of the dismissals. Each time they've been fairly soft, just playing across the line of that one. She would have gifted her wicket away in the ODIs as well. She's looked good. Challenge for her will be to carry on when she gets these starts. Jyoti looking good as well so far. Picking out Kiana Joseph for extra cover. But she will be looking for that room. She does prefer to score through the offside. So just watch the way she'll stay leg side of the ball.
Use of the feet again. She's done that on a number of occasions already in the ODI series and now in this innings so far. So she's quite competent and comfortable advancing down the track. And that's one of the ways that coaches tell you that you should be playing spin bowling, especially a right-hander against an off-spinner. Opens the face of the bat to get a single, 3 from that over, 47 for 2.
And one thing we haven't seen much of from these Bangladesh batters is sweep shots. And it's quite surprising. Normally you expect teams from the subcontinent to be quite adept at sweeping. Perhaps a part of the reason for that is because they haven't played very confidently. It's a shot you see quite often when batters are confident.
First over was expensive from a West Indian standpoint. What a shot. Beats the infield and will go all the way for 4. One bounce, a couple bounces, really. Good use of the feet again from Jyoti.
Calculated, absolutely calculated by Jyoti. Mid-off is in the circle. Once more, she uses her feet, but she stays leg side of the ball, so she's able to extend her hands through the shot. A good cricket from Jyoti. This has been a battle that has been intriguing all series long. Intriguing because of that. Fletcher has tried to target the stumps. After that boundary, mid-off was sent back to the long off boundary. Yeah, she just chips outside leg stump. So she's able to hit the ball over mid-off cleanly.
Yeah, that also brought about a change in field with the slip fielder. So the slip fielder was removed. So it's a defensive field now, when previously Hayley Matthews was looking to attack the new batter, and quite rightly so. So a good little start here for Jyoti. Good running again. Immediately, once she made contact, the non-striker was hearing down. And even though it went relatively straight to Hayley Matthews at short third, Karishma Ramarak, beg your pardon, it was an easy enough single. Some variations through that appeared to have been the googly. All of that experience that she's garnered in close to 100 matches now. Yeah, single to end. So another decent over for Bangladesh. 7 from it. Halfway stage of the innings. 54 for 2. So 8 wickets in hand. Relatively comfortable. And it's time for everyone to have a little bit of a drinks break.
Yeah, beautiful ship making a stop in these stunning St. Kitts and Nevis. They call it the jewel of the Caribbean, and not for no reason. Stunning beaches and so much to do, whether it's zip lining through the rainforest or hiking to the summit of Mount Liamiga. Oh, it's just absolutely breathtaking place. There's a UNESCO World Heritage Site. There's so much culture, the wonderful people of St. Kitts, and of course more dreams than you could, beaches than you could dream of. St. Kitts, we sure have been enjoying it, and there are many thousands of people perhaps on that ship getting ready to enjoy it themselves.
And just a minute ago, we had Haley Matthews with head coach having a chat. Sean, having some discussion. And that's the first wicket that went to Haley Matthews. And this is the second one that went to Afi Fletcher. A little bit of celebration. West Indies taking 2 wickets. We'll be hoping for more of those. Bangladesh will be looking for more runs.
Karishma Ramarak none for 11 off her first 2. Aggressive single, which is what they're going to have to do. Charmin Shupta and Jyoti.
Important innings this for Bangladesh. But I'm impressed with Captain Jyoti, her approach, how she goes about it, not afraid to use her feet, and very positive in even her press conference at the toss.
Yeah, looks a good surface and a great opportunity for Bangladesh. First of all, to be playing the West Indies in a bilateral series. It is the first in history, if you can believe that. They've played at World Cups. And they get to play the West Indies side they've never beaten in the T20I format. So they've got all to gain here. They'll also be thinking about the ODI qualifiers that they now have to attend. And I think what's true for West Indies is also true for Bangladesh, which is that they need more players to stand up. They need more game winners. They want to develop more of the talents in the 11. 1, 2, or 3 can win you the game, but you want 6 or 7.
Runs to Bangladesh. A couple, I think. Dottin chasing and easy 2 in the end. But as you correctly say, and I think that's one of the good things, being positive with what has happened today. They have versed a couple of the players. They want to have a look at others. I know it's a different format, but they are thinking also that there's games coming down the road. West Indies probably doing something similar. No Hali Alain in today's game, who has been a seasoned campaigner. So both teams want to get more depth in your playing 11.
Good running between the wickets and 5 from the over. 60 for 2. She's certainly an electric personality, Jyoti. It's no surprise that she's the captain. Always very energetic, a busy player, a good thinker of the game. That's the West Indies coaching duo, Shane Dietz and Mr. Warren.
As you mentioned, thinking, good thinkers, they've got to be doing a lot of thinking as well. How they want the team to play, what are the expectations, who do we rest, who do we give a chance, who do we give an extended run. A lot of thinking to be done by those two.
I don't have to tell you how hard it is to be the head coach of a team like the West Indies women. You had a couple of years of it yourself.
Certainly did, and this is a good googly again by Afi Fletcher. We saw it getting a couple of wickets in the ODIs.
Using their feet. Sharman Shupta like her captain, and they're going to hustle for 2 here. They got to hustle. Did well. Get back.
Lost her bat at the end, but I think she was home quite safely. Not afraid of playing the sweep shots, and you expect to see that from teams like Bangladesh and India, Pakistan. Very renowned for that, Australia. But lost her bat in the end.
When I mentioned about the difficulty for the coaching staff, if you're a West Indies head coach, you know you have to build and develop for the future, but you also got to win series. Like, that's going to be one of the deliverables on your contract. W's, please. Not able to capitalize Sharman Shupta.
Yeah, full toss, not put away. But as you mentioned, yeah, if the structure of your contract is a win percentage or winning series, as a coach, you have to take that into account. But also, you want to build as well. And, you know, with a series like this, no run again. With a series like this, you expect someone like a Haley Matthews to get a rest. But then you don't want to lose the series, so when do you rest her? But I think serious consideration must be given to trying to ensure that she gets as much rest as she can, so you keep her as fresh as you can.
Gets through there. That was struck very nicely and will go all the way for 4. Much to the consternation of Afi Fletcher.
Found the gap, hit well, well timed. And once you get in the gaps here, like she did on this occasion, on the back foot, waited and just executed it extremely well. That scored a lot of ground to cover, and it was in the ropes before she could have dived.
And some good aggression, and then some good soft hands. 67 for 2.
Keep going, girls. Keep going, girls. Right arm over. Girls, keep on. Come on, girls.
67 for 2 after 12, Bangladesh here at Warner Park. Bangladesh won the toss, decided they want to have a bat first. If we look at the T20I rankings, West Indies well above Bangladesh. Well, certainly the favorites in this matchup.
All right. One is one. Mid off up, please. Mid off up.
Important for them to try to, you know, maintain that ratings. You want to be in the rankings. You want to be up at number 6.
Let's go, team.
That's automatic qualification. Sri Lanka just below, and Pakistan, so quite safely in a very good position. West Indies.
Well, a decent partnership here between Sharman Shupta and the captain, Jyoti. 25 from 29. Certainly seeing more intent, more aggression, more confidence in this Bangladesh batting as compared to the ODIs. And if on cue, as if on cue, lifted and lofted down the ground. Should be a boundary check. It may be. Maybe the first maximum 6 of the encounter. Was well timed beautifully.
The use of the feet, as I mentioned earlier, not afraid of doing that. And we will wait to hear the confirmation on that. Very close, could be 6. Jackie will let us know, yes, it is a 6. Very well struck by Captain Jyoti.
How will the other captain react? The reverse sweep and the scuttle for a single. They're doing well here.
Yeah, rotational strike, you get a 6, you don't sit back on that. Singles are going to help you. So far it's 7 and 2 deliveries, which is exactly what Bangladesh want to do. Try to get that rate up to 6, 6.5, and then 7s if they can. That would be their intentions or plan.
Wasn't much on that. You're wide and it will be plenty of them. So turning into a bit of a messy-o for Captain Hayley Matthews.
Yes, because that one will have to be bowled over and they'll get 5 runs for it. So that will automatically get the rates going up as well. So might have turned just a little bit, but the wrong line from Captain Hayley Matthews.
Face tells the story. 13 off, 2 to bowl. Didn't want the single, Sharman Shupta, but was forced into it in the end. Jyoti was all over it.
Yep. But some good cricket by Bangladesh in terms of trying to keep the pressure on, trying to keep rotating the strike.
Yeah, good surface and good cricket. Bangladesh 82 for 2. Runs off that 13th over, the most expensive of the encounter, bowled by the captain Hayley Matthews. Going along very nicely here, Bangladesh. Fletcher now into her last. Single off the first.
As we saw in the ODI, she bowled her 10 on the trot. Nothing has changed in the T20. She's bowling her 4 as well. And because of that expensive over, the rate has now gone above 6.
Using their feet very nicely, Sharman Shupta chips down to her and bangs it down the ground past the field, and it'll be 4 more. The boundary's flowing now.
Positive signs by Bangladesh. Not afraid to use her feet, getting close to it and picking the spot she want to hit it. And once you beat the inner ring and there's no sweeper, you're going to get just rewards for it. Good cricket, a good cricket shot, putting some pressure back on the West Indies, and the rate keeps improving.
Another well-struck shot, a couple of runs. Interesting to see if they want to have a look. No. All well with Shabika Gajnabi cleaning up at the boundary.
Covering some grounds, always going to be 2. You don't want to give them anything extra.
Yeah, feeling comfortable now with that sweep shot, Sharman Shupta. This partnership ticking on up, 47 runs now off 38 balls.
Massive partnership this for Bangladesh, and this is where you want one of these to be there at the end. They can kick on from here. You see the projected score 132. If they go at 7, at 8 is 141, and at 10 is 150. They're quite happy to get a boundary and just get the rest in singles. Sense of the batting. The partnership is 48 in only 39. So good going this by Bangladesh.
Chip down again, got a hand to it, Afi. 14 overs gone, 6 left in this innings, 92 for 2. Something to wave and something to make some noise. Tell me you're watching cricket in the Caribbean without telling me you're watching cricket in the Caribbean. Fantastic. Some West Indian supporters enjoying the cricket here at this glorious ground, Warner Park in St. Kitts. This is the first T20 international between West Indies and Bangladesh in this CWI series. And this partnership, the highest of Bangladesh against the West Indies in this format. Going along very nicely, not just the number on the partnership, but the manner in which they're batting. Would you say, Kari?
Yes, they're going about it in the right manner. Not taking any unnecessary risk, but ensuring that there's rotation of strike, get the odd boundary, and they don't look to go too hard. They want to be there at the end.
Matthews has asked Deandra Dottin back here. And that's the 50-run partnership between Sharman Shupta and Captain Nigar Sultana Jyoti. She had a half-century herself, Jyoti, in the ODIs, but a really good partnership here. 50 from 41 balls. A good start, a good foundation laid in this innings. They chose to bat first and have been going about it with intent.
A rare dot on that occasion, but as you correctly said, they choose to bat first. They want to give the batters a chance of freeing up their arms and just no pressure. That's the part I was impressed with her about. She wanted to bat first because she didn't want them to bat under pressure. And she's going about it the right way as captain. They're just searching for the Yorker. That one was in the areas that you want it to be at, more outside the off stump. So if she misses, you can have a chance of getting a wicket. You can see it swinging in again. That's the area I would like to see her with the new ball as well. But Bangladesh really in a very good position. They could sort of excel from here, and if they get things going properly, could get to 140, 150 quite easy.
Just the single, fielded by Shabika Gajnabi into the 11 in this first T20 International. Didn't see her for the ODIs.
No, she was in the first one, didn't do anything, and then didn't play the other two. So a bit of mystery in those two games. So she's back in the T20.
Toss. Collected. Oh, and a bit of an overthrow, so a couple picked up. It's been a tough night for Zeta James.
Yes, overthrow, extra run. She has a look. Bangladesh won't mind that. Every run count. The more runs they get per over, the better the rate gets. It's 96-2 at the moment, and Bangladesh will be thinking, well, if one of us bat to the end, we should get to 150. That should be the thought process.
Another aggressive run to finish. Very nicely. 5 from it. 5 overs left, and Bangladesh are 97-2.
Overthrows. Very last delivery allowed an extra run. 2 runs in total. Zeta James again. So 97-2. The end of 15 overs. They're going at 6.47. They got the start, laid the foundations, going at 5 runs and over at the end of the power play. And with 8 wickets in hand, they've made the most of it and still can. Ramarak. Pulled away in the air, but away from the fielder. Need the opportunity to greet Shakira Selman. Very good evening.
Oh, you sound very happy when you say good evening. Sure, you're very excited with this start from Bangladesh. Well set, well positioned. Perhaps they can get to 140, which you would think, with the ball in the top, can challenge this West Indies unit.
I'm sure they'd love to. They'd love to. But I think getting here to the ground at Warner Park for a game of cricket in itself. Throw in with the bounce. Did not go for the direct hit. Now, yeah, she's run quite a bit.
Yeah, good cricket from the Bangladeshi batters again, though, putting pressure on Hayley Matthews, one of the better fielders in the circle. And that single brings up the 100-second 50, coming a lot faster than that first one. Partly because Charmaine Akhtar started very slowly.
Wings deployed. And that is probably the first maximum of this Bangladesh innings. Second, beg your pardon, Nigar Sultana Jyoti with this massive hit down the ground for 6.
Not quite dissimilar from that first maximum she hit. Look at how far leg side she goes. We did speak about her ability to stroke the ball through the offside. This time she shows there is power to her game. Yeah, she's just allowing herself to get her hands right through the ball. Extends the very short levers she has, but she uses them the best of her ability.
Nicely pulled, straight to the fielder. Just going back to that, yeah. Getting to a game of cricket in itself here in St. Kitts, Warner Park, along with you lot. Gets me excited. Bangladesh performing well. Icing on the top.
We've thoroughly enjoyed your company. We're all enjoying this game so far. Dot to end, 107 for 2. Ten runs from that over. Last 4 overs, there's been a 15-run over, a 10-run over, now a 10. Just Dottin with 5 in between has slowed it going a bit.
Bangladesh women are constructing skyscrapers here at Warner Park. Again, those two dots, the 4th and the 8th over. The only 2 wickets to fall. And since then, Jyoti and Sharmin Shukla have taken over. Brings Jyoti's counterpart. Hayley Matthews to come back for her last over of the spell. Gone for 1 for 25. She's looking for a wicket. Exactly why she's coming now again. Will be bowling from the pavilion end.
Yeah, she may have wanted to use Deandra Dottin, but Dottin only has 1 left. Reverse swept nicely. Work for Karishma Ramarat to do. And she can't get there. Another boundary.
This is smart batting. It was full, but a gutsy shot from the Bangladesh captain. Sort of premeditated, but he followed the line of the ball. Nicely played it late. Fine 4. Just took the pace off. And then looking for the second. Jyoti has slipped. Shukta's going back. On time.
Yeah, initially it looked as though it should have been 2 runs. Played it with soft enough hands, but yeah, just there, Jyoti slips. Sharmin is able to get back just in time. Yeah, right there, just on the inside of that right foot.
Get another single, and another reason why you need to be on top of your reflexes and sensory, all active, both hearing and eyes.
And Sharmin was coming back for all money. Didn't realize Jyoti was on the ground.
Oh, she's found the gap. Threading the needle is Nigar Sultana Jyoti. Another boundary.
And this is excellent cricket. They've scored off every delivery so far in this over. And every time there's been an opportunity to hit a boundary, Jyoti is able to capitalize. Deep in the crease on that occasion. So she's able to get it very square and to the right of Deandra Dottin, who's positioned at deep mid wicket. 10 from the over, 2 left.
This is good batting. The fielders are in the deep. They decide against the second on this occasion. I think the first boundary she hit in the very first delivery, the reverse shot, was fuller. I think that played in the mind of Matthews when she bowled it short the previous delivery. Tentative, bit of an appeal. Jacqueline Williams not interested.
A lot slower front. Hayley Matthews, Sharmin onto the front foot early, then had to adjust. The decision by Jacqueline Williams. So 118 for 2 at the end of 17. 3 overs left. They continue at this rate. They get to 138. They will, however, be hoping they can get beyond that 140 mark. Perhaps even 10 and over, which takes them to 148. These two will have to do the bulk of the scoring. Partnership of 75 from 58 deliveries.
Just shy of 7 runs is the current run rate. With 3 more overs to go, Hayley Matthews calling for seam again in Jerry Ann Fraser. Bowled solitary over before this. Bowling from the Lozak Road end. In the air, but the fielder was inside the circle. So calculated shot and boundary of the very first delivery of this over.
Yeah, Dottin is a lot about reading the bowler, being able to adjust quickly. Cherry-Ann Fraser around the wicket to the right-handed Jyoti. Mid-off in the circle, pretty easy shot in the end. Low risk. I said in the ODIs, I don't understand this angle to Jyoti in particular.
Now she plays it off the back foot. Was a slower delivery. Was played perhaps too well for them to come back for the second.
You see her rehearsing there. She wanted to get that a lot finer. Fine leg is in the circle, so it would have been a lot more work for Zeta James to do at deep backward square. Such a difficult angle to bowl and then try to bowl straight.
Is in the slot. Fielders converging, but will fall short. The partnership now 81 of 61, and this is the highest third wicket partnership for Bangladesh against an ICC full member nation. This is a good going between Sharmin Akhtar Shutta and Nigar Sultana Jyoti. Again, roll of the fingers.
Yeah, gone to the slower delivery. Saints, that first delivery that was struck so beautifully for a boundary. She's done well, though. She's done well. I was speaking about how difficult it is to bowl straight at the stumps. Yeah, there's that partnership. 82 of 62 deliveries. Previous highest against a full member was against South Africa back in 2018, 77 runs.
Oh, leading edge and taken. C.A. Fraser gets the wicket, and Afi Fletcher is in the act also by taking the catch. They break the partnership at last.
And it is another slower delivery that does the trick for Cherry-Ann Fraser and for the West Indies. Yeah, it was the leg cutter. Left the batter, who opted to go across the line to heave it into the leg side. And a very good catch by Afi Fletcher. Handy knock by Sharmin Akhtar. She has to go back for 37. Bangladesh 125 for 3.
Again, not trying anything different, going with what is working. End of the 18th, eventful over, runs and a wicket. 1-2-5 for 3.
Really good finish by Fraser. Given the opportunity and the responsibility to bowl at the depth of this innings because Aliyah Aline is not playing. It was a really good partnership. Good knock by Sharmin Akhtar. Started quite slowly. Didn't hit her first boundary until the 12th over. Got to 37. The highest partnership against West Indies in T20s.
Good for Bangladesh is that the captain's still there. We know Shorna can pack a punch. She's the new batter in. Deandra Dottin in for the 19th over. Batter slower. First up.
Yeah, communication is very important. I'm sure Deandra would have communicated with Cherry-Ann Fraser to figure out what worked at the back end of her over, and it was those slower deliveries. So no surprises, she's taken all the pace off that first delivery to Jyoti. Sharna has a job to do, though. She has to at least get her captain back on straight.
Pace offered with a fresh Shorna in the block hole.
Yeah, stop delivery to the new batter. That's the experience of Deandra Dottin. She's bowled well so far. She bowled well all games here at Warner Park.
Quick running, quick running. This is good calling, good understanding, but good cricket all around.
Initially well bowled by Dottin. Slower delivery again, but really good from Shauna Akhtar. Good awareness on her part. Realizing Shamia Campbell had a lot of work to do. She was running to the danger end. It's a good cricket all around.
Now she offers the slower to Shorna. Just not offering them any pace to work with. Asking them to generate the power if they're going to go for the big blows.
Yeah, remarkable control as well. It's not easy to bowl those leg cutters and get them on target.
So far, it's actually been a very smartly bowled over, given the context of the game.
Yeah, last time balls have just yielded 8 runs. West Indies, they've been able to take a wicket. The majority of those balls have been slower deliveries. They've made the adjustments, West Indies bowlers.
And they're happy to see out Deandra Dottin run a ball over. One more over to go. Bangladesh are 1-3-1 for 3.
She indeed can't really tell what he's thinking there. Maybe initially he wouldn't have expected Bangladesh to come out in this ultra-aggressive mode. I'm sure he's happy with what he's seen the last 2 overs from Fraser and Dottin. Final over coming up, and it will be bowled by Cherry-Ann Fraser around the wicket again to Sharna.
Again, no pace on offer. Took a few steps forward, but with the set batter in Jyoti there, they settled for the single.
You're absolutely right. There was the opportunity to score 2 runs. I'm sure Jyoti will be saying she wants to face the majority of this final over. And she has to set herself for the slower ball.
Waited for it, lofted, away, up and away, brings up a 50 in style, does the Bangladesh captain. Nigar Sultana Jyoti celebrates her 9th T20 International 50. It's been a great knock.
Just look at that strike rate. 52 from just 38 deliveries. It has been outstanding. And Tara Duggo is pleased with this knot, and she's led from the front. Just 11 dots, but 5 boundaries and 2 maximums. You don't normally associate power with Jyoti. She's displayed all her batting skill today.
Goes away, just missed out on that occasion. She knows that the fine leg fielder is inside the circle. She's looking for that boundary.
Yeah, she also knew it wasn't going to be a full delivery again. And that's because the previous delivery she struck was very full right up to the back. So she set herself quite early. Yeah, she's disappointed that she wasn't able to capitalize from that last one. 6 runs so far, half of the over completed.
Again, they call for the second. They're going for it. And get it easily. Jermaine Campbell could not collect it. Wasn't the best of throws either.
Here's Zayda James at deep backward square, put on the pressure. Yeah, she did take some time to get the ball in initially. Yeah, but not the best throw. She was throwing with the wing. Should have gone for maybe for the bounce throw. Get it to skid off one of those pitches.
Short, slower. Floor is clear. But this has been outstanding from Nigar Sultana Jyoti in particular. 53 of 39. 2 sixes, 5 boundaries. Bangladesh hit the 140 mark with one more delivery to go. I think they will believe, they'll have confidence in the dugout. And as they keep on saying, she has exceptional cricketing acumen. Last delivery, Fraser to Jyoti. Moves across through the legs, past the keeper. Some fortune. The last delivery, not so much for her. 4 byes, that makes it 13 runs of the final over of the innings for Bangladesh, and that puts them at 144 for 3 at the end of 20 overs.
Yeah, last 5 overs, 47 runs, just the 1 wicket of Sharmin Akhtar. Pretty good display of skill from Cherian Fraser in the end. Lots of slower deliveries. High fives all around in this West Indies camp, but they will know they have a job to do. It will take some batting to get 145. And this was the final delivery. Yeah, a bit of luck for the Bangladeshis. But yeah, to that point, they did everything right. Started few for Fraser. She did get the ball in the right area. But excellent knock by the captain of Bangladesh, Jyoti. 53 from just 40 deliveries. Yeah, and involving the highest partnership against West Indies by Bangladesh. With Sharmin 37 after a slow start. Mustari was good at the start for 22. And Sharna Akhtar, she did her job. 7 of 7 to end.
Yep, Matthews came in and got the wicket in the very first over. So did Affy Fletcher. And finally, Fraser breaking that partnership, sharing 1 wicket apiece amongst themselves. But Deandra Dottin was the most economical of the lot. 144 is set by Bangladesh. The target for West Indies is 145 at a required run rate of 7.25. We'll go over to Samuel Badri, who's on the field with the half-centurion.
Captain Fantastic alongside me, Nigar Sultana Jyoti, half-century and 9th in this format. How pleased are you with that performance?
I think pretty happy to contribute for the team, and that was a very good track to bat on, and there is nothing to lose, so I just kept batting.
Couple of sixes, some fours. What was the best part of that knock for you?
See, I was trying to get a partnership with Shupta, so we are talking about like if we could play at least 16th over, so maybe we'll get a good score against them. So it was the plan, and I just enjoying my batting over there, so I kept going.
I'm glad you mentioned that partnership. It was a historic one against the West Indies, highest among full member nations for the 3rd wicket. What else were you guys talking about out there?
Shupta was batted there, and first of all, she was a bit of struggling there. So I said, like, just come down and bat with me. And she was like batted really well there and supporting me very much. And we are trying to execute the team plan, and I think we could do something.
I know it's a shorter format, it's only T20 cricket, but there was a difference, a transformation from you guys running between the wickets, the positivity. You mentioned no pressure in this series. What else contributed to that freeness?
But I think we wanted to bat first and winning the toss, and that we wanted to put some score in the board because they have a very good batting lineup. So we thought if we get like 140 plus runs, maybe we will get a chance. But still, we need some positiveness in the team because after the ODI series, so we had a very bad patches. So we just wanted to remove all this thing in our memory.
Well, you got that 140, 144 actually confident?
It depends on how we bowl in the power play because they're trying to get us in the power play. So, yeah, if we could take some early wickets, so maybe we will get some pressure.
Congratulations, well played. I knew you got to keep, so get on your way.
Thank you so much.
The West Indies need 145 to get a win in this first CWI. T20I series between West Indies women and Bangladesh women. We're going to take a short break and come back soon.
Yeah, welcome back to Warner Park, the start of this T20 International Series. It was Bangladesh who won the toss and decided to bat first, and what an innings it was. Their captain, Nigara Sultana Jyoti, again showing all of her skill and her talent, unbeaten on 53 from just 40 deliveries. Starts for everyone in that top order. The West Indians, well, they used quite a lot of options. Success for Fraser, Captain Haley Matthews and Afi Fletcher, but expensive in terms of the economy. 144 is what Bangladesh got to. Yeah, exciting start to this series. A lot of positivity with the bat. It's the highest score that Bangladesh has ever made against the West Indies. So it's a good start for them. Courtney Walsh alongside me. Cuddy, let's go back then to the bowling of the West Indies and Deandra Dottin in particular. With the new ball, we know what she can do, particularly with the wind blowing across. What were your observations?
My observation was that she could have been looking at fifth stump. All those golden swingers were wasted, I think, because she was trying to attack the stump. But this is where, with her experience, I was hoping she would have been able to make the adjustment, aim for that fourth stump, fifth stump, and that attack the stump a little bit more.
And overall, in the power play, they ended at 30 for 1. West Indies would have been pleased, or do you think Bangladesh were also happy?
I think West Indies would have been the happy of both teams for the power play, but Bangladesh would have been okay because they didn't lose a lot of wickets. And, West Indies, normally when you look at the power play, you try to limit the team to below 40, 45, so to speak. So West Indies would have been happy with their power play.
Yeah, talking about wickets, let's have a reflection then on how those wickets fell, Cuddy.
Yeah, she went for the sweep, didn't keep it down, and a lovely catch in the end by Hafi. Ailey Matthews happy and celebrate, and this one plumb in front. Hafi bowling a fuller length, playing around it, and then this one now pace off by Sherry-Ann Fraser, and a very good catch in the end as well by Hafi Fletcher.
Yeah, we saw a wonderful partnership in and amongst those wickets there, a partnership of 83, the highest against the West Indies, the highest third wicket partnership against full member nation. But what we also saw, Cuddy, and I just asked the captain about that, their positivity in this match as compared to what we didn't see in the ODIs. What were your thoughts?
Well, at the toss, I was very impressed with her comments at the toss when she said, listen, we're not going to put ourselves under the pressure. We want to win the toss and bat first so we can free up our arms. And that sent the signal to me that, listen, she has instructed her troops to go out and play. And look at that shot. It's not a case of swiping, using up her feet, timing, waiting on the short delivery. And she also forced the bowlers to bowl to her strength as well, which I thought was very, very good. So this was an excellent innings, well-deserved 50, well-calculated, and some excellent cricket shots.
Yeah, she now has 3 of the top 4 scores for Bangladesh against the West Indies. That 53 was quite scintillating. Yeah, she herself mentioned that there was little pressure on them for this series, and hence that's one of the reasons for that positivity. So it's set up really nicely. This first innings was quite entertaining. We're expecting a similar type for the second innings.
Welcome back to Warner Park in St. Kitts and Nevis for this historic first ever bilateral series between the West Indies and Bangladesh. We're in the first T20. Bangladesh won the toss, decided to bat first, put up their highest ever score against the West Indies in this format. 144, so 145 is the target here. It's a historic week in West Indies cricket. Of course, the West Indies test side defeated Pakistan in Pakistan, the first test victory since 1990 in Pakistan. So historic cricket on the offing. Speaking of a history maker, there's one herself. Oh, this one lofted, timed beautifully. A lovely shot and 4 runs off the bat of Kiana Joseph.
Power. That was well struck. She waited on it. Didn't have the pace that normally comes off the surface, but she waited and timed it well. Execution in finding the gap was superb. And West Indies will need a few more of those. First thing is to try to get the run rate down below 7 and then try to cruise home. But a lot of batting, a lot of cricket to be played.
Yeah, and coming on nicely, Kiana Joseph. Half centuries. Had a half century in the ODIs.
A swing and a miss. But that's Kiana. She's going to have a go, especially with both with the fielder being up, and it was in her heart. Just didn't get her foot across the way she would have liked or should have. You mentioned about the West Indies victory. What a good win in Pakistan. 1990 till now, 2025.
35. You're missing a decade there, Courtney.
I was there in 1990.
Really does time the ball so nicely, Kiana Joseph. Gets her captain on strike.
Yes, they want to try and keep the rotation a strike, so you get a couple of boundaries and keep it ticking. So.
Quite extraordinary that you were there in 1990, Courtney. I've got you here beside me. What do you remember about that?
I remember Desmond was a captain, and it was a fantastic win because we hadn't won in Pakistan for some time before that, and it was a remarkable win. So it's very good to see the boys doing that again, and a bit of history. So I'm really happy and proud for Craig and the boys, coaching staff as well.
The great Desmond Haynes. More of a golfer these days.
He tried to get me to do a bit of golf himself or Malcolm Marshall, but I told him I'll be the caddy. I'll drive the buggy. Too much walking.
Mako played golf?
Mako was an excellent golfer. He was himself and Viv, I thought, were the only two cricketers I knew before Brian Lara who loved golf. Malcolm Marshall was a top golfer, enjoyed the game, and he would do anything to play golf, sometimes twice a day.
Didn't know that. Fantastic. He was a great golfer, a great cricketer, and a great man. West Indies attack in 1990. Bishop, Marshall, Ambrose, and Walsh. Not too shabby. 6 for none. Six runs off the first over. That opening partnership, Kiana Joseph and Hayley Matthews. Starting this chase in this first T20 international between West Indies and Bangladesh. A good total on the board by the visitors. Sultana now into the attack. Oh, stroked beautifully. Should pick up a couple here. Nice jog back.
Finding the gap again is Hayley Matthews. You can refer to her as the West Indies superwoman. At some point in time, they've got to work with her to make sure her batteries are recharged and she's fresh, especially with the qualifiers coming up.
Sultana Khatun, the off spinner. Best figures of 3 for 21. She loves it. Loves that offside play. Gets on the, gives herself room, gets on the back foot, beautifully stroked into the off the four.
This time a bit more power in that one. The placement was superb. Just like before, but just a bit more power. She had time, she waited, and made sure it came off the sweet spot of the bat, in the middle of the bat. Finding the gap, and once you pierce the gap with power, you're going to get reward for that shot. Excellent cricket shot from Hayley Matthews.
Oh, the fashionistas out this evening watching the cricket, or maybe checking the score on that phone. And we've caught you. Don't bother to run. We've caught you. Superb stuff, and more superb stuff from the captain, Hayley Matthews. 2 fielders after it. Still pick up a couple. So that's 8 runs off the first 3 in this Sultana over.
Yes, you'll get those runs just nice and easy, with, especially running with Kiana. No need to put any pressure on. Excellent shot just now by Hayley Matthews, finding the gap. Excellent, just super timing. That is the trademark of Hayley Matthews. And those were the dancers we saw. Maybe I need to go for some lessons.
I don't know. I'm not sure where they're supposed to be, but I'm not sure it's at the cricket. Ah, they're a little more ready now for the camera light. Maybe they've got plans for going out after this game, and why not? Every night's a party night in St. Kitts and Nevis. Just nudged into the on. Get Joseph back on the strike. Yeah, make sure you get down here to Warner Park if you're in and around the environment. Anyone across the region, quick flight over. Stunning place, and we got another T20 on Wednesday night and then Friday night for the big finisher. So plenty of cricketing action to be enjoyed here in St. Kitts at Warner Park. You have been warned. Such a great place to watch cricket, Cuddy. I love it.
Super place to watch cricket. The atmosphere going down the strip, just the people of St. Kitts, everything has been superb so far.
Don't bother to take the single. 15 without loss. It's an historic occasion to have Bangladesh on tour in the Caribbean, and little youngsters like that are just normalizing now that women play cricket as a profession at a high level. Little boys like that normalizing it. Powerful imagery. And a player like Hayley Matthews, who is so iconic even at her young age in the global game. We're not talking the West Indian game, right, Cuddy?
So great to see. Bring back memories of me as a kid as well, going to watch the likes of Clive Lloyd, Sir Viv Richards and company playing. And to see these youngsters at the ground is just remarkable.
Oh, fun for the whole family. Great. I hope some of them are playing cricket. Pick up a bat. Change your own life and that of your family and your community. Such an incredible global game now. So much possibility, not just for boys, but also now for girls and women. Couple of dots suggested that Matthews was going to free the arms. Found the fielder, just the single.
You can see her trying to get the ball to where she want to hit it. There's a feel out there at the same time. But the importance of the power play is going to be at the back of Hayley Matthews' mind as well, and she wants to try to dominate the power play when the restriction is for 2 fielders. The key thing is rotational strike and trying to be there. If Hayley can bat 10 overs, 12 overs, this will be a good foundation for the team.
You know, we talk about how much women's cricket has developed. We're just cottoning on in this part of the world to all of the potential. We saw our under-19 girls side at the under-19 World Cup in Malaysia, making the Super 6 stage of the competition. So global opportunities for young girls from a young age. Get your girl children playing cricket right away. It's a good over here so far from Krishna. She finished it out, just 2 from it so far.
Pretty well, and it's good to see these people in as well. Alex coming to watch and support, and there's a lot of male in that section, and people just coming out to support women's cricket. I'm really happy to see that.
Yeah, impressions will change. You watch people like Hayley Matthews live. That's a tight and good over for Bangladesh, indeed. 17 now without loss. One of the things I love most about this ground is just the relaxed feel and atmosphere. So there's a breeze consistently blowing across. There's mountains in the distance to enjoy. And just a really relaxed atmosphere. It feels like a day out. One very good supporter doing her business with her blown up bats there. Wonderful, having a great time.
Well clad out, well dressed, and everybody's just in it. Good atmosphere. What a lovely place to be. Went over to Nevis yesterday as well. Tremendous experience. The hot bath, loved it.
Sounds delightful. Got a couple of off days this week. Maybe a trip to Nevis is on the cards. Ghana into her second. Went for 9 in the first, so a little expensive. Starts with a dot.
The crews actually went over to Nevis and had a good day by all reports. They went to the rum factory as well, I hope they didn't all buy rum.
Why am I unsurprised by the fact that they went to the rum factory? Good crack. So, going along steadily here, this partnership. 18 off 20 balls. No big rush for them. Required rate 7.62. Currently going at just over 5. The big difference between these two sides is the boundary hitting ability. We saw Bangladesh hit a lot of boundaries. It's a good surface. So all that's left is for the West Indians to make hay while this sun shines.
Certainly so, and Ailey is trying to unsettle the bowlers going across to go leg side. We know how powerful she's on both sides of the wicket.
And there she got hold of that leg side square, races to the boundary for 4.
Nice boundary required by the West Indies to try to keep control of this run rate. But you could see her just going outside the off stump, looking for the gap, and hit it powerfully well. She knew once she got good contact, there was no need to run. Captain Ailey Matthews at her best.
Have to be extra careful of these extras as well. There's the T20 format, shortest format of the game. There's no space, no room. 13 extras in the West Indies bowling innings. Another shot fielder, wise to it. Good work in the deep. Limit it to a single.
Well, she's shown where she wanted to hit her boundaries, and that is putting the ball under pressure while we had the wide the ball before. But she's got a game plan and she's taking them on.
.24 without loss. Slowly building her confidence, Kiana Joseph. She'll know of her innate talent and ability out of Grosile St. Lucia. Lovely lefty, times the ball nicely. Used to playing with her captain, Hayley Matthews, at the other end. "24 without loss in this chase, in this first T20 International in the CWI T20 International Series. Oh, it's an opportunity. Got a hand to it in the inner circle. Not able to hold on. Maybe will go down as a tough chance.
Yes, might go down as a tough chance, but the bowler and the fielder will think, and also the captain, that it's one that we should have taken. It wasn't very easy, but you expect that it could be taken. Shoshana wasn't happy by her body language. Haley will see it as a chance and try to ensure that next time she cleared the field.
Trishna wants to know what she has to do when you create those opportunities. Snap them up. Well, that's timed nicely. And it's timed all the way for a maximum. Will release some of the tension in the middle. And a bounce from her captain.
Well, that's what we expect from Kiana Joseph. Her strike rate at the moment is not in this competition 137. She was below it before that delivery, but she's now get back up to scratch with that. So expect more of that power hitting from Kiana Joseph. Clear the bronze ropes quite easily.
Well, she's got full freedom. And absolutely smacking it, Kiana Joseph. It's good for the West Indies, and it's good for her captain at the other end. Pressure off.
Yes, you could see Haley Matthews encouraging her, but this one, she waited on it and picked it up nicely. No chance of anything else but a boundary, because she didn't try to overhit it as well. Good timing.
Rollicking along nicely here at 35 without loss. You must remember in the Bangladesh innings, first 6 in their power play, they were 30 for 1. So well ahead of that, West Indies, as they might want to be, because that second phase, they went very well, the Tigresses. Oh, poor piece of fielding. Jyoti will be unhappy about that.
Well, it's the captain, Jyoti herself, so she has to be unhappy with that. This one hit powerfully down the ground by Kiana Joseph, but went straight through her legs, and as captain, she can't blame anyone else but herself.
Holds herself to high account. Very busy, intelligent cricketer. Got an awkward bounce. Well, spilling all over here, and the boundaries are flowing. 19 runs from the over, and a ball to bowl.
This one, a chance in the air. Not sure if she got her hands sweet or it went through them. But powerfully hit again by Kiana Joseph, and that should have been taken. You have to be taking those catches at this level. Captain Jyoti put one down, and she's going to be even more disappointed.
How often does that happen in cricket? You miss one and the ball follows you.
Maybe she needs to put the gloves back on.
19 from the over, 5 gone. West Indies 43 without loss.
43 without loss. The West Indies women are off to a flyer. It's an explosive start courtesy of Kiana Joseph and Hayley Matthews. Yes, 2 opportunities put down, but they've made the most of it. And here's one of them. Both opportunities of the bowling of Trishna. This one was the last one. Nigar Sultana Jyoti fielding at mid-off through her hands. Your thoughts on it, Samuel Badri?
Hello, Shamanoy. Hello, everyone. Yeah, usually we find her behind the sticks with gloves on. She's in the outfield today. That over in particular, 19 runs coming from it. And it really has changed the complexion of the game. They need a wicket. Another bit of misfielding. So it's not been day and night in the field so far. Ground fielding has been a little bit wayward. And so too the catching.
Again, hit hard off the back foot, but couldn't gather. Sultana, the guilty party on this occasion. Rabia Khandalegi. Jyoti has given her the ball. She's looking to break this partnership. She'll take the game away from Bangladesh. It's that good a surface. Batters have enjoyed batting here. Has looked good. Pulled away from that fielder at the mid-wicket. Will get a boundary. Hayley Matthews is rocking it.
Yeah, she rocked back on the back foot there. That was powerfully drilled. West Indies captain showing all of her power and skill, the depth and use of the crease. Very important in playing that shot. Here you get a better idea of how close she is to the stumps. So it gives her a lot more time to play the shot and to find the gap to perfection. Hemorrhaging boundaries.
Was the wrong hand. Well fielded on this occasion by Nigar Sultana Jyoti.
Yeah, just look at how she goes deep in that crease and that front foot pulls away to the leg side when she makes contact so she can access square off the wicket.
Inside out, pierces the field. This is exceptional batting from Hayley Matthews. Will get the second boundary in this over.
Brings up the 50 partnership as well. This, for me, is the shot of the night. Hayley Matthews in full flight. Just look at the way she moves that front foot. The hips turn as well so she can access the offside all along the carpet. That was breathtaking.
Follows the batter, and you can hear the frustration in Hayley Matthews' voice. That's the end of the power play for the Windies women. It's 53 without loss.
Yeah, just a comparison between the two teams. Comfortably ahead, the West Indies, 23 runs, a wicket more in hand. So it's a good start for them, a good platform. The third 50-plus opening stand in their last 6 T20Is. So it's been a prolific run for these two.
Well ahead are the home team in comparison to the visitors. Sultana shared the new ball. Has been brought back into the attack. The offie against Kiana Joseph. Short. Got away with it on this occasion, Sultana.
Has more protection now. We're outside the power play, so more fielders allowed outside the inner circle. Long on, long off, deep mid-wicket, deep backward, square. So there's no protection. Square of the wicket, offside.
huge shout. And they're going down the leg side. So she has to be careful with the line she bowls, and because she's bowling from that low Zach road end, the ball will drift into the left-hander. Just like this. Perhaps a little bit too much.
Just come down the wicket. Fielder there. Oh, put down. I think it was Fariha Islam Trishna. There in the deep. There goes another chance. Gone down begging.
My, oh my. Butterfingers in the field. This was perhaps the easiest of the lot. Kiana Joseph again gifted another opportunity. So they're creating the chances. They just aren't holding on. The field was set for that. Kiana Joseph obliged, tried to take her on, settled, but couldn't hold on. That's 3 opportunities now inside 6.3 overs. Yeah, she was guilty too. Can't really tell the fielder too much when you yourself have been dropping catches.
In the air again. No problem there. Yeah, that would bother them. They got the runs on the board. They give respect to the opposition, but there were opportunities. 3 chances put down altogether. 2 of them for Kiana Joseph, 1 for Hayley Matthews.
A change in angle now. She's round the wicket to the right-handed Hayley Matthews. And just going on with the angle. And that's what Hayley Matthews has to be careful with. She's doing the right thing in that she's trying to go offside with that shot, so she's not closing the face of the bat. Gives her a better chance of making contact.
Go straight. It's high. Falls short. Ends the 7th. 57 without loss.
Yeah, that time she was looking to go offside again, and perhaps because of the length, she could have taken on the fielder at long on. 88 from 78, so relatively comfortable with 10 wickets in hand at the moment. Things can change quickly though.
Well bowled. What's noticeable is that Rabia Khan usually bowls the flatter deliveries. Sultana, on the other hand, from the other end. Oh, goes again, goes for the big heave, but it's through everyone. Not enough gas. The fielders will recover. These are the opportunities. The first one of Hayley Matthews. Always moving away from the field at square leg. Sultana, the guilty party. Through the hands of the captain on this occasion, Kiana Joseph. And this is the second one of Kiana Joseph. Fariha Islam Trishna spilling it. Just going back to that conversation. Sultana, on the other hand, is giving it some air, letting the wind play some tricks if it could. But Kiana Joseph did take her on.
And I'm looking at the way that these 2 West Indians are playing, Rabia, playing across the line of the delivery. She doesn't turn the ball that much. So maybe better off trying to hit her down the ground. I know that there's protection there. They've got a long on and a long off. And there's always that temptation, particularly at this venue, Shamanoy, to go with the wind and to go leg side if you're bowling from the pavilion end as a right-hander. Less so for the left-handed Kiana Joseph, who's now hitting into the wind. But it's so seductive, these boundaries here.
they're going good. Current run rate well above the required one. Bangladesh desperately need a wicket here.
Me and you.
It's not to say they haven't produced opportunities, they just haven't taken them. A little bit of confusion. Unscathed, the West Indies after 8, 61 without loss. Now, who's going to step up from a bowling standpoint? They had their best score ever against the West Indies, best partnership against the West Indies, highest score for the captain against this team. So the first half was record-breaking for them from a batting standpoint. So far with the ball, though, it's been a struggle.
A blistering start that provides that leap over the red line for the home team. That prompts changes from Jyoti, calls on the veteran, the experienced campaigner in Fahima Khatun.
Yeah, this could be interesting if Kiana Joseph gets the majority of the strike in this over. She'll be hitting with the turn, with the wind, everything in her favor. So it's a positive matchup for her. If she wants to take on Fahima, she doesn't need to. They're well on course. Current run rate, a shade under 7.6, required just over 7. Can Fahima produce that elusive breakthrough? Might be one that is an LBW or bowl because they aren't taking the catches.
I think the same goes for Hayley Matthews, but she's got to favor the offside, which she does. But that's going to be the line, not giving her any width.
Yeah, and she is such a smart cricketer, isn't she, Hayley Matthews? She understands that the positive matchup is with Kiana Joseph. So what she does, she just knocks it around, gets a single, brings it back on strike. The mental acuity that she has in this sport is staggering. All of the things that she has done so far.
Catch it is the call. They have taken it finally, and Fahima Khatun has brought the breakthrough. Brilliant catch by Sharmin Akhtar Shupta.
Well, the positive matchup doesn't work. In fact, it's the negative matchup for the bowler, Fahima, getting the wicket. And as you rightly said, Shamanoy, finally someone takes a catch. Wasn't the easiest of catches, had to lunge forward and manages to hold on. So Kiana Joseph has to go for a well-played 29. West Indies lose their first, 63 for 1.
Shemaine Campbell in at 3. 1,300 plus runs. Fair enough strike rate. Can improve on the average. In 112 innings, she has much more in her. She's got them the breakthrough, broken the partnership of 63 runs. Up against the right-hander now. Goes aerial, catch it is the call. Just into the wind, falls short.
First ball, what a start for Shemaine Campbell. Looking to take them on. This was the wicket. And a good catch in the end. Particularly based on what we've seen before in the innings. Yeah, something to celebrate. How do they play this now, Bangladesh? They've gotten the breakthrough. Haley is still out there. Are they prepared to just give her the strike and try to squeeze the others? Still on top at this stage, the West Indies.
It's a wicket taking over from Fahima Khatun. A wicket and 4 runs in it, 65 for 1.
Yeah, that partnership of 63, I'm told, is the highest for West Indies at this venue in T20Is. And precisely the sort of foundation that they needed in this chase. A couple inexperienced batters through the middle, so it'll be exciting to see how they go.
Still a fair bit of batting to follow. Yeah, and a Dottin to come. So Bangladesh need wickets. Dilar Akhtar Dola behind the stumps with the gloves on in place of Nigar Sultana Jyoti. They've actually tried that quite a few times. Fine. Faintest of touches. Intentional though. 4 runs.
Yeah, new bowler into the attack. Starts off waywardly, and Haley is in good enough form to capitalize. That's precisely what you don't want when you're bowling from this end. You want to start outside off and finish perhaps on the stumps.
That was a much needed boundary because it came after 18 deliveries. With a fresh new batter in, what that does is that buys her some time.
You know, what I want to see from Nigar Sultana Jyoti here now is when the new batter is on strike, that she's squeezing perhaps an additional fielder in the inner circle. But those who are in the inner circle, they need to cut one.
Doesn't happen on this occasion. Get the idea. Keep the new batter on strike as much as possible.
Yeah, what that does is twofold. It puts the new batter under pressure, but it also puts Hayley Matthews under pressure when she comes on strike.
It does, and boundary of the very first delivery of the over that releases the pressure, and then you can knock it around, take the singles, rotate the strike.
Yeah, the pitch is still very good. That last stroke from Hayley Matthews there just underscores how the ball is coming nicely onto the bat.
Does she find the gap? Well done. Nicely behind it was Taj Nihar. Definitely saved a few runs.
I like the intent of Shemaine Campbell, though. Just 3 deliveries so far, but she's played a couple aggressive strokes.
But a good over for the West Indies. 8 runs halfway through the innings. 73 for 1. And it's time for the players to hydrate. Calls for a drinks break.
The Bangladesh Tigresses managed their highest ever T20I score against the West Indies, 144, led by the captain Jyoti, half century. And the chase is on. St. Kitts and Nevis is where we're at. And the St. Kitts Music Festival is not to be missed. It's going to be amazing. Big names, Jennifer Hudson, Vibes Cartel, The Teacher will be here in SKN. Arya Star, Shensia. That is not to be missed, guys. June 26th to June 28th. Plenty of time to book your tickets. It's going to be live. Huge show in a stunning place. Make sure you're here. I know I will be. Just having a look at their phones and getting sorted in this mid-innings break. West Indies continuing their chase, 73 for 1 at the half. They are. It's been a very good start. I know Shakir Selman would have liked the look of it.
Absolutely. It was a display of skill, timing, power, and precision.
Well, Shemaine Campbell uses her feet down to Fahima Khatun. First ball after the drinks break. Lofts it to the fielder. And Khatun now with both wickets so far in this encounter.
Exactly the opposite of what we saw with West Indies openers. No timing and not very precise with her decision making. Shemaine Campbell opting to use her feet once again. And how many times do we see batters being dismissed immediately after a drinks break? Shemaine Campbell has to take a walk back for just 3 runs. West Indies 73 for 1.
Deandra Dottin is the batter. We saw Deandra teeing off at the back end of that third one-day international. Hitting a couple of big ones. It was good to see. We hadn't seen her up to that stage in the ODI series. Known as the world boss. And it's really because of the willow.
And the score is in fact 73 for 2, and this was his second wicket. Shemaine Campbell, easy as you like. Full toss, and she picks out the fielder at mid-on. Fahima Khatun is pumped right up.
And rightly so. They have the chance of making some history here tonight should they defend this total. It is their highest total they've ever scored against the West Indians. So if they can defend, it will be their first ever victory in this format. Good bowling.
This is really interesting. West Indian batters just seem to be struggling with their timing against Fahima. And she is the slowest of all bowlers in this Bangladesh side.
And quite common for West Indians, men and women, to like pace on the ball. And making sure her bat is fit for purpose. There's no rush here. Required rate just under 8. Current rate just under 7. More than enough firepower in this artillery, but Fahima Khatun doing a job here. $73 for 2. Wicket maiden for Fahima Khatun. That is an outstanding performance. 2 for 4 off her first couple of overs. How's that for a start in terms of defending their 144 total? Hayley Matthews still not out. They'll be thinking a lot about her. Hayley Matthews and Deandra Dottin, a formidable combination in women's global cricket. And they're both in the middle, in the maroon for the West Indies in this first T20 international of the series. Just coming off a wicket maiden from Fahima Khatun. So well and truly in the contest, Bangladesh will feel.
They'll definitely feel even better if they dismiss one of these two batters. Remember, Matthews was dropped on 6.
Well, there wasn't a lot of pace on this one. Got hold of it, Hayley. A 1 bounce 4 to start.
Gift, absolute gift from Sharna Akhtar. And not the first time we've seen her offer a gift for her first delivery. Yeah, really short delivery. Matthews makes contact so early, she pumps it over the fielder and mid-on. 1 bounce 4 into the 40s.
Welcome into the attack, Sharna Akhtar. Another misfield. It's been a collection of fumbles and errors in the field for Bangladesh. It's letting them down. They've batted nicely, been bowling decently.
Yeah, this is too simple, and we've seen it so many times. 3 drop catches, lots of sloppiness in the field. Have to be better. But Cindy still requires 67 runs. It could take some getting if they're better in the field.
This one chipped into the onside. And well fielded this time. Stopped and back in. They'll pick up a couple though.
Yeah, more efforts like that is what they'll want. Just here, Hayley Matthews telling Deandra, be careful the way she's going to cross the line of the ball. And she wants exactly that. You see her commending her there as well. She's saying yes after the shot. Hit it with the full face of the bat. She doesn't want her to go across the line and fall to the trap Jyoti has set. There is no short mid-wicket. We saw this work for Bangladesh in that second game when Afi Fletcher fell to the trap.
She's not just batting and captaining. She's talking to the non-striker. There's that vacant mid-wicket area of which you speak, Shakira.
Yeah, so often you see captains do this. Leave that mid-wicket region open. Ask batters to go across the line.
Oh, went to the offside and it was uppish. Got away with it. 8 from it. 12 gone. 81 for 2. Well, 2 of the most experienced players on this side in the middle here, in Deandra Dottin and Hayley Matthews. One of those other ones has come and gone in the likes of Shemaine Campbell. Will we see any of the new introductions into the 11 with the bat tonight, I wonder? Well, this one lobbed and lofted, timed very nicely, down the ground for 6. No effort required.
Full face of the bat once more. But it's all about the timing here. Just look at that. High front elbow. She doesn't even extend the hands. Great timing by a great player. And we know how much she loves this ground, Deandra Dottin.
Quick single. Not because they're boundary hitters that they don't get those. Had a very rapid century here, Deandra Dottin against South Africa. Rabia Khan likes it.
Yeah, Haley's obviously disappointed that she missed out. She expects the score of all wide deliveries. A quick run. You expect to see that whenever Dottin is at the crease. But really good from Haley Matthews as well. From the time she hit that one, she was off and running. And she's the one that initiated that single. So good cricket.
Need something to happen here for them, Bangladesh. Well, this one dismissed again. Deandra Dottin making it look easy at Warner Park, a ground that she enjoys so much.
And it's taking me way back to 2010 in that World Cup when she scored 112 not out of just 45 deliveries. And it was the fastest century in T20s at that point. Men or women. She loves Warner Park here in St. Kitts.
If you have any further questions as to why she's called the world boss, and you go to the back of the class, outstanding. Couple of sixes in this over already. Heavy, expensive. Looking dominant here.
Absolutely why Haley Matthews was happy to just get a single and give her the straight. And it's exactly what Chanel Daly did in that partnership with Dottin. Scored about 11 runs in the partnership beyond 100.
She'll go down in history though. Well, she's been given one instruction and she's following it to the number. 6 more of them. 20 from the over. After 13, the Windies have brought the 100 up. They're 101 for 2.
Biggest over of the game so far. And off the bat, off Deandra Dottin. 3 sixes. Yeah, this one just as good as the previous 2. Over extra cover this time and even further. Duck for cover. She hits it a mile, Dottin, and they're both enjoying it.
Well, the West Indian worm has broken for the north. Heading directly up after a very big over, 20-run over off Rabia Khan. Deandra Dottin has been teeing off, much to the delight of her captain, Haley Matthews. So happy to have Deandra back into the side. So difficult for bowlers to bowl to her. Aggressive, outstanding batter. Shorna again.
And final delivery of the previous over. I can see how disappointed and dejected, deflated Rabia is.
The 3 Ds from the 2 Ds, Deandra Dottin. Well, I'm not sure she got hold of all of that, but she doesn't need to. Square of the wicket, and the crowd coming alight here at Warner Park on a Monday night.
Yeah, this is going to be over in a hurry, but the crowd is absolutely enjoying every moment of it. Yeah, so too is Deandra. This time she goes leg side. Down on one knee, slug sweeps in front of square.
$121 sixes in T20s now. Record-breaking stuff. That is the most of any player in T20s, in the women's game. Outstanding from Deandra Dottin. Let's remember how long she was out of the international game as well. Almost 2 years not playing the game. And let's hear that stat again. 121 sixes to her name, Deandra Dottin. World boss indeed.
Yeah, struck 4 sixes within the last 9 deliveries. That's number 3. And this one, number 4, it just kept getting better kept going further.
It will be a little relief for Bangladesh to limit a ball to a single. Jyoti, what happens now? What can she create to just stop the bleeding here? This partnership 37 off 21. They're in a hurry. Just the 35 runs needed now. 38 balls to get them in. I guess when people will be watching these kind of performances around the region, they might be wondering why you didn't bring in a more inexperienced player to get the experience, knowing that these girls are going to run off these runs quickly.
I definitely wanted to see Narissa Crofton being given an opportunity, but you kind of understand perhaps West Indies wants to make sure that they win the series first, or at least set themselves up in a good position. Overthrow. Come back for a second.
Yeah, Bangladesh not doing themselves any favors. 6 overs left. 33 runs required. 112 for 2.
Expensive overs back to back. 11 from this one. 20 from the previous.
Deandra Dottin striking at over 200. That's so surprising. She is really hard to contain once she gets going. 31 off 15 in this partnership. So 39 runs. Shakira Selman beside me. World Cup winner on a side with Deandra Dottin. What can you tell us about her process? What's she like in the nets? I mean, does she practice that kind of clean hitting?
It comes so naturally for her that every session is almost like a sitting session. Other batters have to do sitting maybe at the end of the session. Deandra's always hitting the ball all over the park. What she does though is she challenges herself to hit the ball in different areas. She wants to keep improving. A real talent discovered by the West Indies. And all West Indian fans, all cricket fans are happy to see her back.
There's so many different parts of her game, Deandra Dottin, because she's so good all over the park. So in terms of her batting, would you say it's her timing? Is it her power? Is it her acumen or skill? What is it? Attitude?
You've mentioned everything that's combined to make Deandra into what she's become. So naturally gifted. She does understand the game. Always ahead of the bowlers, a step ahead at least. Has so much skill. And of course, she's so powerful.
Yeah, a really good athlete. Well, shouts of catch it, but it will. Oh, she saved it from the boundary. It's a good save if she does, and it looks like they'll run. Looks like they've run 3. They were casual at first in this run, thinking it would go for a boundary. I'm going to have a little look at the boundary line because it all the way looked to be going for 4. That's the half century of the captain, Hayley Matthews.
Yeah, 16th half century for Hayley Matthews. Umpire just checking to see whether or not this touched the ropes. Yeah, looks to be a job well done. It's 3 runs. Scratchy knot. But she's shown resilience and perseverance, Hayley Matthews. 51 from 46 deliveries, 6 boundaries.
And no relief from the other end. Chip, chip, bang. 6 more for Deandra Dottin. 11 from the over, 5 left. Only 22 runs needed. West Indies 123 for 2.
the best Monday night you could ever have here at Warner Park in St. Kitts. Being thoroughly entertained by DeAndre Dottin. Yeah, Fahima, the only one who seemed to have been able to contain Dottin up until this point. Another maximum over extra cover. 123 for 2.
"50 partnerships up." Haley Matthews holding the innings together, and DeAndre Dottin powering through. It's going to be Seam again. They've complemented each other so very well. Haley Matthews has switched gears ever since DeAndre Dottin has come into the crease. I give a very warm welcome to Courtney Walsh.
Thanks, Shami. Correct. Haley Matthews now just playing the sheet anchor role, still getting the boundaries here and there and still keeping the rotational strike. Another boundary for Haley Matthews in her 16th T20 50. She's raced to 55. And the West Indies now in good control at the moment of this game. And what a partnership they're having. It's 54 and just 31. Got in good position, head over it, kept it down, found the gap. Good batting from Haley Matthews and a lot of power from DeAndre Dottin.
Eyeing that onside again, looking for the big shot. But what's commendable is she's so in her zone, is Haley Matthews. Whenever the deliveries were short, she used the crease so well, sometimes down on one knee, both on and off side. She's been so good. This has been a brilliant stroke. Some art in her bat. Haley Matthews has got some Matthews magic. Here at Warner Park. So mature, so mature.
In that package you saw just now, she dictated how she wanted the bowlers to bowl to them. That's what I liked about it. She gave herself room, she manipulated the crease and played to her strength. Thinking cricketer, knew the situation well, and once she gets in, she does normally gives it away. And this is a super partnership by two very experienced players.
Powerful shot again. Yes, it is raining sixes here at Warner Park, courtesy of DeAndre Dottin.
Well, we'll probably have to look at the package again to see which one is the best, but she's just hit them so well. I don't think she's got a boundary as yet in this innings, but she's got 6 sixes. 6 fantastic, look at it. Good bat swing, made good contact, and she knows it's out the park.
Launched up the runway. It's out of here, out of the stadium. Oh, wow. Warner Park proving to be a small ground for DeAndre Dottin. Brings up her half century in some style.
She has given the crowd here a treat. Her teammates as well are happy with it. Look at Haley Matthews' smile. That was those middle. It cleared the ground, cleared the stand. The biggest of them all. That's the 6 that she'll remember for a long time. She has treated this crowd here fantastic. That is just sheer power, class, and timing. The biggest of them all. It's clear the ground. I know a lot of male cricketers will be happy with that, but that's a well struck by Deandra Dottin.
7 of the 8 sixes hit in this innings belong to the player on screen. Just 21 deliveries. She's striking at 238. 2 strong pillars on which the West Indies women stand in the crease. And aren't they happy?
They are very happy, and so is Deandra. We didn't even realize she's 15-21 with 7 sixes. Just 5 runs to go now. And the question is, if Deandra gets back on strike, will she be worried about the boundary, or will she be going for another 6? Hayley Matthews, 56 came off 50. Deandra 50 came off just 21. West Indies 5 runs away from victory. What an innings from both ladies, but Deandra Dottin in particular.
They're coming back for the second throw in from Rabia at the keeper's end. This is superb running. Brilliant understanding between the two.
At first, I think Hayley just wanted a single to get back Deandra on strike to finish the game, but Deandra said 2, and it was very good running between both. Jotty just having a word with Deandra as well. But let me tell you, this is a fantastic innings at 142 for 2. West Indies cruising.
Away from the fielder. Oh, they'll be limited to a single.
I think this crowd is now happy. They want to see Deandra back on strike, and so does Hayley. That smile tells me she wants Deandra to finish it with another 6er. She's telling about the turn and the swing and everything, but Deandra is not going to mind that. She was thinking, can I clear the boundary for another 6 to make it 8? Let's wait and see.
Bit of a yes and no, but have enough time to cross over. When she got to her 50 in just 21 deliveries, the fastest by any West Indian woman in T20 internationals. Deandra Dottin surpassing her own record. But the West Indian great wanted one big hit more to finish off the innings. Perhaps it's going to be Hayley Matthews. Scores are level.
Well, a rare dot ball. For all the carnage we have seen, the power of Deandra Dottin. She's zooming in on 3,000 T20 runs. After this innings, just another 55 to go. And Hayley Matthews has gone over the top, and it should be the end of the game.
And there's the victory. The West Indies women win the first T20 international of the CWI T20I series between Windies women and Bangladesh women. And they win it comprehensively by 8 wickets. With 3.1 overs remaining, they lead the series 1-0.
A big win this for the West Indies. Coming into the series, knowing what to do. Players are having a chat with Deandra, probably asking about the power, but she did hit them cleanly. Good start to the series for the West Indies. Would give them a little bit of breathing space and some cushion if they want to try players out, but the Bangladeshi players are impressed, and quite rightly so. It was one of a top innings from Deandra Dottin, clearing the boundary ropes on 7 occasions.
Look at them all surrounding her. Even they have smiles on their faces. Even they enjoyed it. A proper entertainer in Deandra Dottin. But let's not forget the innings from Hayley Matthews as well. She held it strong from one end.
I think they're even trying to borrow Deandra Dottin bat. Maybe she won't get it back because one of the Bangladeshi players have got it. Maybe they're saying, well, this bat has power. Deandra is coming off without a bat. Or she probably gave them as a souvenir. But that was a fantastic innings.
Might be going to the research labs with the magnifying glasses on. Let's have a look at the bat. What's the magic in it? Murshida, the left-handed batter, part of the ODI series, one of the changes left out today, has the bat in hand. Right behind Deandra Dottin. She's just given it back. Maybe they heard us, Courtney. But good to see all the players in smiles. We all enjoyed it. Hope you did as well. Just the first of the CWI International T20 series. The hosts, the home team, go one up in some fashion. 144 was the target. And they've gotten over the line in the 17th over. This is the run chase. Joseph and Matthews started very well, started strong. 63-run partnership at the top. Matthews still there till the end. And when Dottin joined in, yeah, they were comfortable. They were more than comfortable as it was raining sixes. Fahima Khatun, fourth bowler to be introduced by Nigar Sultana Jyoti, the only one amongst the wickets and the most economical one. The rest were suffering. Jyoti won the toss, decided to have a bat first. It was a decent total on board, 144 for 3, courtesy of her half century. And that partnership with Sharmin Shupta proved to be good, but not good enough, as the West Indies women, courtesy of Hayley Matthews and Deandra Dottin, got over the line and won the match by 8 wickets. We're going to take a short break and come back soon.
Yeah, what a match we've had here at the Warner Park, the first in this T20 International Series. Quite entertaining. West Indies prevailing by 8 wickets. Welcome to the end of match presentation for the first of 3 matches in the CWI Women's International T20 Series 2025, West Indies against Bangladesh. Cricket West Indies would like to thank the official sponsors of the series who have made this possible: CG United, Dafabet, ESPN, Disney Plus, Blue Waters, Jeetbuzz, Macron, and the St. Kitts Tourism Authority. It's my pleasure now to introduce the player of the match, and no surprises who that is. It's Deandra Dottin, and that award will be presented by the Honorable Samuel Duggins, Minister of Agriculture, Fisheries, Marine Resources and Cooperatives, Small Business and Entrepreneurship, Sports and the Creative Economy and Entertainment and the Arts. With that portfolio, so we're happy that you still have the time to be here. Congratulations, Deandra. Thank you, the Honorable Samuel Duggins. Deandra, if I can just ask you to grab that mic for a quick chat. Historic knock, fastest ever half-century in the women's game. Tell us your emotions now.
My emotions are pretty easy. It's always good to get out there and get some runs on the board and bring home the game for the team.
It must be a good surface for you to go out the way you went out and play. Tell us a little bit about the surface and your mindset.
To be honest, the surface was a road. It's a really good surface. It was good to bat on. So I think 140 was a really good total that we restricted into in order to chase it down.
And a little bit about your bowling as well, because it's not only the batting, none for 13 from your 4 overs. Happy with your efforts?
Yeah, I am. Unfortunately, didn't get any wickets, but it's good to keep it tight and keep one side tight and the players under pressure in order for other bowlers to get wickets, even though you didn't get.
You have struck the most sixes of any player in the women's game. Tell us a little bit about your strengths and six hitting.
It's just a matter of keeping your eyes on the ball, you know, and watching it along and connecting on it and actually clearing the fence.
And that over in particular, when you took some 20 runs from it, you just went for everything, didn't you?
Yeah, I mean, like it was actually there to go for. It was a bit slow, and the wind, and I had the breeze to assist me as well, so I just go with it.
Lots of entertainment from you tonight. We're looking for more of the same from you in the remaining matches.
For sure.
Congratulations once again, Deandra Dottin, player of the match. I'll now ask the captain of Bangladesh to join me here for a quick chat. Nigar Sultana Jyoti, commiserations. Firstly, Nigar, your reflections on this match?
I think it makes a big difference when Dottin comes in the middle and she smashes sixes all over the ground. So, yeah, it was pretty going good when we were in 10 overs. After 10 overs, she just gets in and show her character.
One thing that was quite noticeable was your travails in the field. Quite a number of catches going down. How do you reflect on that effort?
I think we need to work on that because, sometimes what happens, players don't want to put down the catches. I know it is not intentionally, but we have a very good fielding side, but I think it was a bad day for us, but we want to come back. And come back you must in that second game. How can you restrict a powerful West Indian batting lineup with the likes of Haley and Deandra, of course? There depends on few batters, so we look to take their wickets early because when they get settled down, they become so dangerous. So we need to focus on that, and definitely as a team, we will come back stronger. This is our belief right now. A couple positives, highest score against this team, that partnership with you and Shaman Akhtar, half-century for you, so still a lot to feel good about? Yeah, I think there are a lot of positive that we can take back to the next game, and definitely how we batted there, it was like giving our team players a good confidence about the batting. So far it is actually we well needed that. So we're looking forward for the next game. In the one-day series, you lost the first game, bounced back strongly. Tough luck tonight. All the best in the next one. Thank you so much. And now I ask the captain of the winning team, and I'm sure she has a smile on her face, Haley Matthews. Haley, your reflections on tonight's performance overall? Yeah, I think it was a pretty good overall game. Probably they got a bit too many in the first innings than we would have anticipated and probably wanted after the situation we had them in and the position we had them in. However, I think it was a really good final 3 overs by Deandra and Cherry to pull it back. And then obviously the way we went out with the backhand of Joseph in the power play, obviously making my job a bit easier. But then, yeah, Deandra finishing it off doesn't get much better than that. Yeah, I know you got 16 not out. Many people will forget that. They'll remember that knock from Deandra. Your
thoughts on the way she's played tonight and the way she continues to play?
Yeah, she's obviously something very special, and I don't reckon many people in the women's game can do exactly what she's done today or what she does on a whole. So it's great to have her in our team, and yeah, just a special player who can come out and do stuff like that.
And if you were to put a couple of things that you want to improve on or get a little bit better as you head into that next match, what will that be?
Yeah, I think probably just those middle overs that we bowl, we probably weren't the best in there and let them get a few too many runs, and then the opportunities that we probably didn't take as well in the field. So yeah, two crucial areas to improve on, but a really good start to the series still.
And you're 16 not out. Let's focus a little bit on that. You shepherd the team home, something that batters talk about. Once you get in, you want to make sure you're there at the end of the match. Very pleased with that?
Yeah, it was a bit scratchy, I think, at the beginning. But yeah, I felt like once I got to a certain position, especially with the way Kiana and DeAndre were going around me, I just tried to take it to the end and, yeah, get the not out and take the team home, I guess.
Similar start to the one-day series, emphatic win, and then they came back strongly. Things to learn from that?
Yeah, we just need to not get complacent, obviously go out and play every game from scratch, especially T20 cricket. It's such a fickle format and anything can happen on the day, so we just need to go out and be ready to start fresh again and hopefully have a really good one.
Congratulations once again, Haley, and all the best in the remaining matches.
Thank you.
Yeah, what a way to kickstart the T20I series. Bangladesh batted first, courtesy of Jyoti's half-century and Sharmin's 37. They got 144 on the board, their highest ever against the West Indies, but the run chase from the West Indies women was something special. Special from Hayley Matthews and extra special from Deandra Dottin. They got over the line in the 17th over with 19 balls to spare, and this happens to be the highest successful chase in Warner Park in women's T20 internationals as the Windies women win by 8 wickets. Yeah, we'll take a short break, and what awaits on the other half is more analysis with Koti Walsh and Shakira Selman.
Hello and welcome back to Warner Park for our post-match analysis. And what an exciting match we've had to start this series. An emphatic win for the West Indies by 8 wickets with some 19 deliveries to spare. I'm very pleased to have alongside me Deandra Dottin, one of the star players. She's graced us with her presence. Alongside her former teammate and very good friend Shakira Salman, and her former coach Courtney Walsh. Thank you very much for joining us, Deandra. Let's start with you. I know I just had a chat with you there and we reflected on the match. I see you brought your equipment with you. Tell us about that bat. What is it about that bat that allows you to hit all of those sixes, 7 of them tonight?
I'm not sure, but I think it's the best out of the 3 that I have. Just a matter of assessing all of them and just finding the good balance and rhythm with it.
Do you use a different one for T20 cricket as you would for ODIs, or is it the same?
It's actually the same. I just use a different bat in the nets and then just use this for games.
A lot of the opposition players were actually inspecting your willow. They might just be looking to grab that off you. Is this your favorite bat then?
It definitely is. They were also asking for little tips on how strong I am.
I think we all need some of those tips. But yeah, it really was a special knock from you. I mentioned to you previously there, historic in terms that this is the fastest ever half century in the women's game. Special, but Warner Park in particular, it's that type of venue, isn't it?
Yeah, I think this is my favorite venue in the Caribbean after 2010 World Cup, scoring the fastest 100. But I basically come up with a little vengeance after getting out early in one of the ODIs. So I just say that I just coming out to beat ball. Anybody, I get them, I get me.
Yeah, Shakira was waxing lyrical about your 6-hitting ability. We'll just reflect on some of those sixes, Shakira.
Yeah, I think the best of all and the most impressive thing for me is her offside play. We always knew she could hit the ball cleanly over the leg side, but we saw some sixes over the offside as well, over mid-off and over extra cover. It was really good. 7 maximums in one day, in one game, and she really led the innings with Haley. It was a scratchy knock, but Haley stayed there to the end, but she really took over from the time she got there.
Yeah, and it's 2 of the players that West Indies rely on quite heavily, and again, to see them contributing in such a meaningful manner is pleasing, but also the other players at some point in time will need to step up. Cuddy, your thoughts on that emphatic victory?
Exactly what was required. And as you said, 2 of the main players stepping up to the plate. And Deandra made it a lot easier for Ailey. She could then go back into cruise control. And that's what you have when you have quality players like that. So the tempo of the innings, the way they control it and construct it together, superb. And you talk about those sixes. I know many men would like to see them hit the ball as far as the last one she hit. To me, that was just the hit of the tournament. I don't think we can better that. But it was fantastic batting, great to see, and I just like the approach of the composure. And I thought Ailey was going to say finish it with a boundary, but then they took singles in the end to finish it off. So great to see.
Yeah, we spoke about your prowess, Deandra, most sixes in the women's game. And I'm sure it's quite by a long distance as well. 124 sixes. Sophie Devine is next on that list. But it's not only about 6 hitting, isn't it? When you're constructing a T20 innings, what are some of your considerations?
Sometimes I do get off the fast start, sometimes I don't. It's just a matter of like assessing the pitch and just feeling out the bowlers, kind of getting them comfortable. You know, and making them feel like, yeah.
A false sense of security.
Yeah. So, I mean, like, just how I start tonight, it's just a matter of getting them comfortable, like I said, and then after that, just, you know, picking my areas to hit the ball.
Shakira, if we reflect then on the first innings and that partnership, that historic partnership between Jyoti and Charmaine after 83 runs, I think it was the highest against the West Indies, the highest 3rd wicket partnership against all full member nations. How impressive was that?
Yeah, it was really good. They really measured the innings and Jyoti took over. You heard Jyoti in the halftime interview speaking about the fact that Charmaine was struggling initially and she taught her through that innings. She played her part, but what was so impressive was the fact that Jyoti showed us she has a different gear. She was ultra aggressive, she hit 2 maximums, and she really used her feet really well to the spinners in particular, and she really led that innings. It was a real captain's knock.
Yeah, it's not about the batting alone from Deandra. None for 13 with the ball. You saw that knock that Shakira just mentioned there, that partnership. What did you glean from that you guys can perhaps exploit in the next match? Don't give us too much though, eh? So within your limits.
Yeah, it's just a matter of playing to your strength, and I think that's what Jyoti did. Many people wouldn't think that she will actually clear the boundary, but she actually moved her feet to the spinner as well, like Sally said, and hit it over the ropes. But I think she actually played a very good captain's knot and very smart as well.
Right, we just have a little bit of analysis with you and the ball. Cuddy and I were talking about it at the mid-innings break. You get a lot of swing, particularly bowling from this end. Do you think perhaps you might want to change your line a little bit, start a little bit more outside of some? A few of your deliveries went way down the leg side.
Yeah, it's just a matter of that as well as keeping my wrists a bit straighter. Yeah, it's just a matter of bowling outside, more outside off, and keeping my wrist behind the ball so that I wouldn't like bowl wise or, you know, get too much down the leg side.
Cuddy, you were a proponent of that. What sort of advice would you give to her?
Just aim for fourth stump and let the ball work, especially when it's swinging that well. The good pace and the swing was just immaculate, but you don't want to waste it, and you don't want to see those good delivery being wasted. So aim at fourth stump, maybe even fifth stump based on how it was swinging. And you could see she tried that a couple of times and it just went to the swing. You don't mind that, but you want to make sure that every time they miss, you have a chance of hitting. But because they're swinging so much, a couple went on the leg side. So some very good deliveries were wasted. Not wasted, but just too much swing.
Right, trying to be diplomatically correct, Courtney Walsh. And it's all about assessing conditions as well. Sometimes you show up, there's a lot of breeze. Sometimes you show up and there isn't. But if we can just project then to the second innings, Shakira, and the fielding effort of Bangladesh. They got a good score on the board, their highest score against the West Indies. And many of us felt that it would have been competitive, but their fielding, it let them down.
Yeah, it certainly would have been more competitive had they taken these chances, particularly this one from Hayley Matthews. She was drawn on 6, and then she went on to score 60 runs. So that cost them 54. And then they dropped Kiana Joseph twice, Jyoti, for the first time in this series without the gloves at mid-off, a hot spot. And then right here, this was the easiest of all chances. Kiana Joseph, of course, was dismissed a little bit after this, but it did cost them dearly.
Yeah, and I spoke to the captain, and something that no one goes out on the field to do. Everyone wants to go out there and to perform. Deandra, wrap up in your own words tonight's performance from a West Indian standpoint. When you go into that dressing room with your teammates, what are you going to say to them?
It's just a matter of backing yourself, you know, assessing the conditions and the pitch really quick. I mean, like taking on the bowlers that, you know, that are actually weak in a sense. But I mean, like I said, it all boils down to believing in yourself and having that determination and wanting it more.
Yeah, and again, the senior players stepping up, and that's exactly what they want from you. And I just can't forget that 6 that you hit. That will be indelibly etched in my mind, and certainly all of those who are looking on for such a long time. It was indeed a massive blow, and as Cuddy said, some men would wish that they can hit it as long as you did. I want to congratulate you once more, Deandra. Wonderful performance. Thank you for joining us. Thank you, Shakira. And thank you, Cuddy. Certainly we'll hear more from you as we go further into this series. Thanks once again.
Thank you.
So, wonderful start to this series, the first in the 3-match series here at Warner Park. We have 2 more matches left, all matches being played at this venue. And if this one is anything to go by, we have lots of entertainment coming your way. So once again, I want to thank you for the pleasure of your company from everyone in front and behind the cameras. Goodbye for now. See you in a couple days' time.